Question 5. The following figure represents a rectangular farm PQRS of length 210 meters and width 120 meters on a grid of 1 centimeter squares. The dotted area inside the farm represents a flooded section. You can see from the figure there, PQRS, we are told it is a farm. It is measuring to 10 by 120 meters. Then it is drawn on a grid of 1 centimeter squares. Say on your graph book. Then the dotted area inside shows a farm or it is a flooded section in this farm. Then you are asked to estimate in square meters the area of the farm that is not flooded. This is actually area estimation or approximation by counting techniques in your form 4. So you are told we have a farm to 10 by 120 meters. Then it is drawn on a square grid and each square is 1 centimeter. Then inside this farm we have a flooded section, which is the dotted area there. Then you are asked to find the area that is not dotted. We can say that is not flooded. Of course, we always know that the shaded area, you take the whole area minus the unshaded. Now in this case we need the unshaded. You take the whole area minus the shaded. And the shaded, you can see the whole area, you can see it is a regular shape, which is a rectangle. We can find its area, actual area, which is the length times the width. But because here we want to estimate the area of the flooded section, then we'll have to find the scale that was used to represent this whole farm PQRS on a square grid. So we'll say on the length side we can see that they have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. And the actual length is 210. So what is the size of each square on the actual field? So you'll have to take 210, you divide by 7. So each square is 30 meters, or the length of each square is 30 meters. We can also confirm that by the width side, which is 120 meters, the actual size, but on a grid it is only 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. That is 4 centimeters. So what is the size of each, or the length of each square on the actual field? That will be 120 divided by 4. And as you can see, it is true, because 120 divided by 4, it is the same as 210 divided by what? 7. So that will be the size or the scale. So the scale means 1 centimeter on the paper represents 30 meters on the actual ground. So you can get the area of each square. We know that a square, that is length times length, or side times side. So each square is 30 times 30 meters. And this will be 900 square meters. So each square is 900 meters. So what are we asked here? We are asked to find the area that is not flooded. So for us to get the area that is not flooded, we get the area that is flooded, then we subtract this area from the actual or the total area of the farm. And because the flooded area is an irregular shape, we can only estimate its area by counting techniques. In counting techniques, what do? We count the number of complete squares covered by this field. And as you can see, the complete squares by counting. We only have one here, one square here, then the rest are incomplete. Then we count, so the complete, we only have one, then the incomplete squares, we'll have it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So the incomplete squares are 12. Then what do we do to incomplete squares? We divide them by 2 to make them whole. So we'll have 12 incomplete squares, which is the same as 6 complete squares. So now we can see that the total number of squares occupied by this area will be the complete, which is 6, and the incomplete, which is 12 over 2, which is 6. 6. The complete one is 1, the incomplete, which are now being completed, to be 6, if that makes sense. So you have the total squares as 1 plus 6, which is 7. And remember that each area or each square has an area of 900 square meters, as we have seen from this scale. So now we'll get the area occupied by that flooded section. The area occupied by the flooded section will be the area of one square, which is 900 square meters, then the area of the incomplete, which are now complete, 6 times 30 squared, or 900, which is 5400. So the total area of the flooded section will be 900 plus 5400, which is 6300 square meters. Then we have our actual, or the total area of this farm PQRS, which is 210 meters multiplied by 120 meters, and that is 25,200. So now to get the area of the not flooded section, it will be the whole area minus the flooded area, which is 25,200 minus 6,300, and that leaves us with 18,900 square meters. In short, what we are to do here, get the scale, which is 1 centimeter representing 30 meters. Then because it is a square, each square will have an area of 30 squared, which is 900 square meters. Then we are estimating the area of an irregular object on a grid. So we get the number of complete squares, in this case it is 1, add to the number of incomplete squares, which is 12, divide by 2, that is 6, you multiply by the area, then get the sum of these two areas, that is 900 and 5400. Then because we need the area that is not flooded, or the unshaded in this case, you take the whole, or the total area of the farm minus the flooded section.